Hello, am I audible? Yes, someone can reply. Yes, okay, okay, yes. Thank you, thank you. Okay, yesterday we have covered file handling. Okay, some basic file handling functions, and day before yesterday we have covered basics of structures. What we will do today is we'll start with pointers because we'll be using pointers extensively in data structure practicals. Okay, so what is pointer? What is pointer? Okay, so pointer you have studied, no, pointers in first year. Okay, we'll do it. So what it says, a pointer is a variable. Am I audible? Yes, someone can answer. Yes, yes. Okay, 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 thank you. uh, a pointer, and screen is visible to you. I have shared the screen, no? Okay, screen is also visible. Recording is in progress, no problem. Okay, everything is okay. uh, okay, what is a pointer? A pointer, so this one, a pointer is a variable that represents the location rather than the value of the data item. They have a number of useful applications. What are applications of pointers? It enables us to access a variable that is defined outside the function. Okay, if there is a variable which is defined outside the function, in other function, there is no option to access it. But pointers, we can access the variables which are defined outside the function. Now, and function pointers can be used to pass pointers can be used to pass information back and forth between a function and its reference point. Pointers are more efficient in handling data tables. Point
Other
pointer.
phone.
Hello.
Phone.
Yes. Any questions? Who is speaking? Pointers are more efficient in handling data tables. Pointers Pointer reduces the length and complexity of a program. It is appears to what type of program we are writing. Pointers sometimes also increases the execution of speed. Basic concept, in memory, every stored data item occupies one or more contiguous memory cells. The number of memory cells required to store a data item depends on its type, whether it is a character, whether it's integer, double, etc. Character takes 1 byte in memory to store, integer take 2 bytes, floating value take 4 bytes, and double usually takes 8 bytes of memory to store data. So when I say pointer to character, it will point to 1 byte. But when I say pointer to integer, it has to point 4 byte of memory, but it will have only the starting address. The next pointer will skip to 4 memory locations. We will see this graphically in the later slides. Whenever we declare a variable, the system allocates memory locations to hold the value of the variable. Since every byte in memory has a unique address, this location will also have its own address. So every memory location will have their own addresses, and whenever we declare variable is assigned in a memory with some address. Okay, we'll see this in graphically how this happens. So consider this example, integer xyz. Okay, I am defining a variable xyz as integer, and also I am assigning value 50 to xyz. If I say int xyz equal to 50, what happens here? A new variable xyz, see this xyz variable is created. Okay, what type of variable it is? It is of type integer, and the value 50, which is a constant value 50 is stored or stored into this particular memory variable. And but what is xyz? All memory addresses are integers. Okay, some numbers. They are not variables, isn't it? So that's why when I say defining a variable, this variable will be assigned. Kandekar left the meeting. Okay. This xyz will have a location in memory, and to this xyz there is a memory location or address associated with this particular variable. What is it in this case? It is 1380. 1380 is the address where xyz is declared. Xyz is the name for 1380, and the value stored is 50. Okay, we'll see this in next slides. During execution of the program, the system always associates the name xyz with the address 1380. The value 50 can be accessed by using either by giving name xyz or the address 1380. We all know that every memory is given a memory address, but it is very difficult to remember the memory addresses and to operate using memory addresses directly. That's why we have a mechanism called variable name, which is through which we access variables. Since memory addresses are simply numbers, they can be assigned to some variables which can be stored in memory. What is this line says? Since memory addresses are simply numbers, they can be assigned to some variables which can be stored in memory. Such variables that hold memory addresses are called pointers. Since a pointer is a variable, its value is also stored in some memory location. See this. When I say xyz, this is a variable, value is 50 and its address is 1380. If I define, suppose we assign the address of xyz. Maybe we have graphic here. Okay, we'll take this back. Okay, in this case, what is happening here? If I say integer xyz equal to 50, okay, a variable integer xyz equal to 50, it is stored at 1380. We'll take this same example. We have annotations now here. Okay, suppose okay, this is too big, and I have memory locations like okay. Suppose when I say integer xyz equal to 50, maybe we have xyz here, x, y, z, not proper. Okay, xyz, and the value stored is 50. 50. What is the address of this memory location? Suppose this address is 1380. Okay, so I can either use xyz, a variable name, to access this value 50, or I can use 1380. But accessing memory with address, direct memory location address is very difficult. We cannot do this. That's why in high level languages, we have variables which will help us to access memory variables. Okay, then I will define another variable called p. Okay, suppose we assign the address of xyz to a variable p. P is said to be said to point to the variable xyz. Now, what is xyz? It's a variable name, and it will have an address 1380. Is it possible to access this 1380 with some other variable? Yes, possible. What is the variable here? In this case, it is p. Now, p is a variable, okay, where I will store 1380, the address of that particular xyz variable. Okay, so p is the variable which can store address of this 50, this xyz, which is 1380. Okay, But again, to store this in memory P, I need a memory location. So what is this? This is 2545 is address of P. So P is at address 2545. Got it? Okay. Whether you store a variable or whether you store a pointer variable. Now this is a pointer variable. We haven't defined as a pointer variable. We will define it later. But understand this. If I define XYZ and the value stored 50, which is stored at 1380, and if I want to access this 1380 by storing into some other variable, so I need a variable which is in this case P, where I can store 1380. I want to access this variable, I can do this. That is possible. But this P will have some, this P should be stored in memory where this address is present. Okay, we'll do this in next. Okay. Address versus value. Now each memory cell has an address. See this, these are the memory addresses. Memory start, suppose my memory addresses start with 101, 101, 102, 3, 4, 5 like this, we'll have memory. Each memory cell has an address associated with it. Each cell also stores some value. So these are just memory location addresses. But what is there in the memory? That is value. At present, this is blank, or maybe something, whatever, some rubbish thing will be there. Suppose you want to assign it later, you can assign it. Each cell also stores some value. Each cells, the content of the cell, they store some value. Don't confuse the address referring to a memory location with the value stored in that location. Suppose 2342, what are these? These are values. Okay, these are not addresses. Addresses are like this 101, 102. Okay, they are the addresses. Values versus locations. Suppose variables name memory locations which hold values. When I define, say this variable integer x equal to something, then x is a variable name, and this is x might be stored. X might be stored at some address 1024. Okay, and the value is 32. So how I can define this? I can define this like this notation. Suppose if I define, say, integer 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 integer, what is that? Integer x, name is x. If I define integer x equal to 32, what will happen? This will check the, so x is defined as a variable where this is stored. Now just a minute, we'll check with the next slide, which is okay, x equal to 32. What is the address here? Address is 1024. Suppose my address is here. If I define x and x is somewhere here, and the value stored 1032, and the address is 1024. Okay, this is the address. See this. So when you define a variable and assign a value also, the value is stored inside the memory location, and we have this address. Okay, and the name is given is x. So address, name, and this is value. So this is how we define the normal variables in C. Now we have one more type, which is called pointer. Okay, so what this does? It can point to some data which is stored in the memory by using their addresses. So what is a pointer? A pointer is just a C variable whose value is the address of another variable. After declaring a pointer int star ptr, okay, a new variable is created which will not store the value, okay, integer value, but this is store address of a value which is of type integer. Okay, now how this works? A pointer is just a C variable whose value is the address of another variable. After declaring a pointer int star ptr doesn't actually point to anything yet. We can either, okay, because it is just declared. Okay, after declaration, what is stored in this ptr? Nothing is stored. Nothing is stored. So to make it point to something that so what we can do with this? We can either make it point to something that already exists. Some variable is there integer type. If I want to assign that variable's address to this pointer, that is possible. Or what else I can do? Or I can allocate room in memory for something new that will point to, or I can create new value. But no, I cannot directly assign some value to it. I have to take memory. So there are some special commands like malloc, memory allocation, through which I can allocate, I can ask computer to give some memory, and that address is given, which can be put into PTR. So PTR doesn't actually point to anything yet. We can either, it's a blank pointer. I can either assign a variable which is already present in the memory. That memory address can be assigned. Or what I can do, I can give some new memory locations to this pointer. We'll see that. So we'll take an example. Say this is, what is that? Integer x, normal variable declaration. Now x is declared. It's a declaration, just integer x. X is declared, and its address is 1024. Now nothing is assigned here. If this is the case, I want to do this. What I should do? Integer x equal to 32. That is missing here. I declare integer x. Also, I will assign value 32 to it. So integer x equal to 32. That is the line that will create a new variable x, and the memory location of x is 1024, and the value which is assigned 32 is put into that memory location. Now later in the second line, if I say integer star xp, what this will do? It will create a new variable, okay, which is xp, which is a pointer variable, not a normal variable. Xp is a pointer variable which can point to a data type of type integer. Now I'll say, now this is just a blank pointer. Now a newly created pointer is not pointing to anything. To point to this x, what we should do? I should say xp equal to and x. What this will do? This particular command will, what is this and operator? This is called address of operator. When I use and before any variable name and x like this will give the address of x. Now xp equal to and x will store address of x from the right side and save it into xp. Now in normal variable I cannot store the addresses, okay, as it is a pointer variable. Pointer variables hold address of another variable. I can store addresses, okay. So xp equal to and x will store address of x. That is, if address of x is 1024, by xp equal to and x, in xp I will store 1024, but 1024 is not a value, okay. It's a address of another variable, okay. This is address of operator and x. Now if I say star xp equal to 0, this will happen? Whenever star, okay, which is called, what is this called? Access operator, pointer access operator, or what is this called? We have referred to this one earlier. This is address of operator, and is address of operator, whereas x is, to access value of a pointer we use star with the variable name, okay. When I say star xp, indirectly xp accesses x. How this works? When I say star xp, I want to access the value of the value of this particular memory address. When I say star xp, what will happen? It will access 1024, and 1024 will go to this particular location, and indirectly we are accessing value 32. So when I say star xp equal to 0, what will happen? 0 is assigned to x, okay. And when I say star xp equal to star xp plus 1, what this will do? Add 1 to x. If my content is 0, 0 plus 1. So this value will store 1. Okay. Now take this example. Suppose integer x int star p. Now p equal to and x. So pointer variable p will hold address of and x. In that case, x equal to star p. X is the value. If I store some value into x, is x equal to star p? That is correct because star p indirectly access x. So both are correct. Whether this is true, p, which is a pointer variable, it holds the address of any other variable. In our case, it is holding address of and x, address of x. So p equal to and x. This is also true because this is already holding address of x, and x is address of appender, which will give the address. We'll try this one, this thing. So declaring a pointer just allocates space to hold the pointer. It does not allocate something to be pointed to. Okay. Initially, when you declare a pointer variable, it will just declare a pointer variable, but no memory location is associated with the newly created pointer. Local variables, since they are not initialized, they may contain anything. Likewise, pointers can contain anything, but we cannot access it unless we are initialized to something. Now take this example, memory pointers. Suppose memory starts with 0, this is a starting address, then fourth location, then this is some location, then this is, now it looks like beef and cafe. Whether they can be addresses. Yes, they can be addresses because BEEF hexadecimal numbers, okay, and CAFE, they are also hexadecimal numbers. So these can be some addresses in memory. Memory always starts with 00 and this will go to last address. Now this is in hexadecimal. So how many memory locations we have? See this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 into this is hexadecimal. Each byte is of how many? Each hexadecimal belongs to four digits. So this is for 8 total 8 into 4 32. So 0 0 0 32 into 32 zeros. So this is 2 raised to 32. That much of amount. It's almost 4 GB of RAM. The last address is always all F. 8 Fs we have. Now take, if I define integer star p and v. Integer star p is a pointer variable. Now this is declared in some memory location, which is this address, and v is a int v is a normal variable of type integer. Later I will say p equal to and v. Now this p, earlier p was having something, some 0 or something. Okay, whatever. When I say p equal to and v, what will happen? Address of p, which is cafe 00, that is stored into p. Okay, when I say p equal to and v, this address is stored into p. Later, what I will do, I will change the value of v. So now I will say v equal to hexadecimal 17. So this 17 is stored into this. Okay, now when I say star p, address, just it was a p. When I say p, it's address. When I say star p, indirectly I'm accessing the value which is stored at this particular memory location. Okay, so star p equal to star p plus 4. That means when I say star p, this pointer will go to this particular memory location v, and we get the content 1b. Now star p equal to what? 0 0 0 0 0 0 1b. 1b plus 4. So how much it is? After 1b, 1b equal to some. Okay, it is changed value or what? Yeah, this is changed. Earlier it was 17. Okay, it was 17. Once you execute star p plus 4, star p will have the value of v, which was 17. To 17, if you add 4, what will happen? It will become 18, 18, 19. So hexadecimal after 19 will have 1a and 1b. So this 1b is stored into, is changed here. So v becomes v plus 4. Star p plus 4 means what? Star p is accessing, it is pointed to v. Star p equal to v. That's why star p plus 4 equal to v plus 4. Okay. Now later v equal to star p plus 4. This is not executed. Both are same. This when if I say star p equal to p plus 4 or v equal to star p plus 4, because This the meaning is v equal to v plus 4. The address of variable can be determined using the AND operator. The operator AND immediately preceding a variable returns the address of variable. So if I say AND xyz, this will AND will return the address of xyz. That is why it is called as address of operator. Example, p equal to AND xyz. The value of xyz, which is 1380, is assigned to p. The AND operator can be used only with a simple variable or an array element also, and distance, and x of j, x of 0, x of I minus 2. Remember, a simple variable or array element, not array itself. I cannot use address, but I can use this thing. Okay, let's see this one example. So what it says? Can I ask, what is array name? Can someone answer? If I say integer a of 10, while reading string arrays, suppose I say character name of 50, and I should use and name, or to read string in scanf, or I can use only name also, it is okay. You tried no this one earlier? Someone can answer? If I define, I will take this example. Suppose if I define say character name of 50, scanf percentage s and name, or I can use just name also. But for integers and other things, this will not work. For only array, it will work. Have you tried this one? Am I audible? Am I audible? Yes. Now, why this happens? Because when you define these names, okay, arrays. Array is basically what? It's a pointer constant. It's a constant value, which is a pointer, and this will store the first memory location of 50. That's why if I use just and name or just name, doesn't matter, this will work. Okay, we'll see this in example also. Now say this here, when we do the AND operator can be used only with okay, you have seen no this one. The AND operator can be used with simple variable like distance and on distance and all, but I cannot use just x here. If x is an array, I have to use x of 0, x of minus 2 and all, because x is already address of address. That is not possible. We'll see some example. Now following usages are illegal. I cannot say and 235 because I'm the pointer is a constant value. It will not have any memory location associated with it. So this will not work. I cannot say integer array. I cannot say just array because I have to put array. I have to give array element, not array itself. So pointing at array name, that is illegal in C. Then, but what about and a plus b? This is also not possible. Okay, pointing at expression. Okay, this is also not possible if there are some expression and they give the result in constant value. Okay, what this program does include main int a comma int a b int a float bc double d character c. Now, why this is needed? This is to understand. Okay, did we miss that? No, this is just to understand the values. Doesn't matter. We'll take this one. Can I take copy this one? No. Earlier we had open no in this one. Okay, I cannot copy this one. Maybe I have to open it in PPT. We'll try to open it in PPT. Otherwise, what will happen? We need to type all this. This will take some time. I'll try to open it PPT. Choose another application. More app. PPT is okay. WordPad. It's not accessible. Maybe with Word. Word is not open. Okay. Close. Okay. Maybe we will open it Microsoft Edge. Okay. Now we want to type this program, so we will not waste time. We'll just copy paste it. So this will work faster. Code block. So what is that program for? This is okay. We are defining some variables, integer a, comma a, b, c, and all, and we are printing their addresses in memory. So nothing much there. But we'll see that how it works. Am I audible? Am I audible? Because I'm facing some problem here. Okay, okay, I'm audible. Hello? Hello, am I audible? Yes, yes. Okay, okay. Okay. I solved the problem. Okay. Now what it says, okay, I cannot copy this one. Oh my God. Hmm. Control Z. Okay, I need to open it in WordPad. Paste it here. Okay. This is not taking it. Hmm? That's right. Okay. I'll just use this one. I thought I should have print. Meantime, I should have printed it. Okay, fine. Int ABCD char s. Okay, this is possible. Okay. And this is also possible. I can do this also, as these are small statements. Okay, increase the font size. Is it visible to you all? So what is happening here? I'm defining variables int a, float bc, double d, character ch. Int and we are assigning value to those. So integer is 10, float is 2.5, 2.36, double is some value, and character ch. We are not doing anything here. We're just printing the values of those variables. Now you can see this percentage d, percentage a, percentage f, and ld. Percentage d is stored in location percentage u. So what is here? A. It will say A's value and A's address. This is address. B's value, B's address, C's value, and C's address. Remember, you want to print the address of any pointer, the content of the or address of a variable or pointer's value. We have to use percentage u. What is this percentage u? Unsigned value. So now address will not have any. It will not be 0 and negative. That's why you have to print percentage u. Now you can see this percentage is same. This is integer, double. No, integer, B is a float, C is again a float, D is double. That's why it is LD here. Okay. And percentage C is character. We'll run this. Save this one. Maybe we'll save this as P1 as a pointer first program. Save as P1.c. Oh, P1.c already is there. I'll say point P2.c. P2.c. Build this one. Are there any errors? There is error. What it says? 221, 222. Okay, 221. Line 6. Line 6. What is happening here? Line 6. I can do this, no? I can take each line or doesn't matter. Just as these are small, I have copy pasted it. That's why it is doing thing. Just see what is the error here. Character, integer, float, and all. Okay, everything looks okay. Error here. Char a equal to D 221. It says line 10 slash 221 in a program. Okay, EH equal to E. If the problem is not here, we will delete this one and understand. Okay, so there is error here. Now this you will face this problem sometime. I will tell you what is this. Okay, because this we should not do this. I am doing it. You should never copy paste or copy paste. You should make sure it works proper. Now I'll save this file again. Save this compile it. Okay, still there is error. That means, oh my god, what happened? Okay. File close. Error. File close file. Okay. No. Empty file. Okay. I'll type this program. I'll tell you what is the problem. Okay. When you copy something from some programs, editors, some extra special characters are copied and they will give error. So you should be knowing properly what we are doing. Okay, here I define int a, float b, c, and double d, double spelling mistake, double d, okay, double d, then char ch. Now later I'll assign value a equal to 10, b equal to something 2.5, okay, c equal to 3.8, 3.14, 1429, whatever, okay, and b equal to what they're showing here 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6.66, and this is double, and c equal to character equal to what is the character ch, no, it is not c, ch equal to capital A. Okay, I'll say printf percentage d. I'll print in all new lines. Percentage d is stored in percentage u. Percentage u. What I should do here? What I'm printing? D is a comma and a. Okay, I'll copy this one. Now I'll say percentage b is what? It is a float, so it should be f, and the same thing here, f and f, not f, it is b. The second variable is b. Third variable is what? C. So it is C. Here just want to change because the data type is a floating point and the address we are printing is pointer. That will work. And the last one, the another one is D. D is double. So I should say LD and U. Variable is D, address of D. And we have one more which is character. Character is C and address is C. So we'll do this one. Address is C. Save this. I will say point p2.c. P2 will overwritten. Okay, already there. Overwrite. Maximize this one. Maximize. Save this. Compare it. Error expected in ASM. Admin. Double D. Semicolon. Save this one. Compile. Okay, there is one more error extra thing. Save. Compile. Now there is no error. I believe no error. We'll run this one. Are you getting the result? Okay, what it says? Initially A is 10, A is integer. So 10 is stored in percentage U. Then this is the address. Then 2.5, which is B, its address is, see this address is 24. And what about C? C is stored in 6354. And what about D? D I am printing as LD. Okay. So I should print take it as LF, no? Okay, we'll do it. Stored in and what about the last one? C? I'm assigning A, no? A is not printing A, is stored in something else. Okay, we'll check this one. I'll say LF and percentage C is stored in percentage U. C. This is C. It's not C, it should be CH. It should be CH. Variable is CH. Okay. See this 10 is integer which says stored at this address. Next address is putting B, C, and we have D double, which is stored in 6356712. If you see these addresses, they all start with 6356 range. 6356, 635. Now till 7 they are the same. 6357, 6357, 6357, 6357, and 6357. Remember how the addresses are stored. They can be stored in anywhere memory. But if you start with from bottom to up, the first address is 635711, which is stored here in A. It will take only 1 byte. That's why we have 6357612. That is the next variable, 71712. Okay. Here, what is stored here? It is a double. So double takes 8 bytes. So 12 plus 8. 12 plus 8 is how much? 20 it is. 20. But maybe one address is not used here. And the next address is what? It is floating point 24. It takes 4 bytes. After that we have this address, which is this is C, this is B, which again takes 4 bytes, and 32 takes 4 bytes. Are you getting it? Okay. Mostly when you type the addresses, you will come to know what are its addresses. This is just to see what are values and what are addresses. When I say A, just A, it is 10 value, and when I say and A, it is the address. So when you say integer a new variable A is declared inside the memory, and some value 10 is assigned to it, and the address is 635762. Output is what? Is the same thing like this. 10 is stored something. What about these addresses? The addresses of my computer and addresses of their computer will be different. That's why it is showing something else. How much time we have? 11:24. Okay. Now pointer variable must be declared before we can use them. Likewise, any other variable in C, all variables should be declared first, then only we can use it. Okay. 3 things are specified in the above declaration. What is the first one? A data type, a pointer name, and the star. The asterisk star asterisk tells that the variable pointer name is a pointer variable. Then a pointer name, this one, a pointer name needs a memory location. And third is pointer name points to a variable of type data type, like whatever data type. If it is character, it will point to character. If it is integer, it will point to integer, float, and double and null. Now why it is important to understand this? Because character takes 1 byte, integer takes 4 byte, double takes 8 bytes. So we should understand when we do pointer arithmetic where the how many memory location it is skipping or adding and deleting and all. Okay, see this example, int count, float speed, both are pointers. Once a pointer variable has been declared, it can be made to point to a variable using an assignment statement like this, like integer star p integer xyz. Xyz is a normal variable, whereas star p is a pointer variable. Now I can say p equal to and xyz. Xyz this is stored into p. So both p and xyz are pointing to same memory location. When I say xyz equal to 50, that means star p equal to 50. This is called pointer initialization. So this thing is called pointer initialization. Now things to remember, pointer variables must always point to a data item of the same type. So if it is an integer pointer, you should point only integer type value, not float. So if I say float x, integer star p and p equal to and x, this is wrong. P is an integer type pointer which will not be able to point to floating type variable, will result in erroneous output. Assigning an absolute address to a pointer variable is prohibited. If I say integer counter, which is a pointer, now count equal to 1 to 68, this is also not allowed in C. Either I have to use a variable, integer variable, so that a variable address is assigned to pointer. Not, you cannot directly assign value, constant value to pointers. Accessing a variable through its pointer. Accessing a variable through a pointer, how it can be done? We have done this. Once a pointer has been assigned the address of a variable, the value of the variable can be accessed using indirection operator, which is called star. Asterisk is a indirection operator. If I say integer a b int star p, okay, now p equal to and a, that means p has the address of a. So when I say star p, that means it is equal to a. So b equal to star p, that means b equal to a. Now to take one more example, include a status int a comma b, int c equal to 5, int star p, a equal to 4 into c plus p. What is this happening here? How much is c? C is 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 into 4, 40. A will have 40. Now if I assign c to pointer p equal to and c, so p is pointing to c because it has c's address. Now later when I say star p, what will happen? It will access c's content. C's content is 5. Again it is 5 plus 5 equal to 10. 10 into 4, 40. Both a and b will have same result. A equal to 40 and b equal to 40. Take this example. Integer xy int star p pointer x equal to 10, ptr equal to and x, y equal to star ptr. Okay. Now say this int equal to xy, two normal variables, one pointer variable ptr, x equal to 10. 10 is assigned to normal variable 10. Now ptr equal to and x. Both ptr and x now pointing to 10. Y equal to ptr. Now y is normal variable y, the integer variable to which I am assigning the content with indirect operator star ptr. The value 10 is assigned to y. Now what will happen? Percentage is stored. If you run this, it will give some value. Say result. Address of xyz is stored somewhere, but the content is not stored. Content is 10 here. In all x, whether it's a x, whether it's a ptr, star ptr or y, everyone is having value 10. See, this 10 is stored here somewhere. Now pointer expressions, like other variables, pointer variables can be used in expressions. If p1 and p2 are two pointers, the following statements are valid. What are those? Star p1 plus star p2. What is the meaning of it here? The content of p1 and content of p2, not the address of p1 and p2. So indirectly, they will go to that particular address where p1 is pointing and p2 is pointing, get the value there, and the value is added, that is put into sum. So star p1 star p2, that is also okay because we are multiplying content. Again this is same, star p1 star p2 is equal to this meaning. Okay, and star p1 plus 2, this is also okay. This is equal to what? P1 plus 2. If p1 is has some value 100, okay, which is the variable a, then 100 plus 2, that is stored into p1, which will change the value of a if p1 is pointing to a. So star p1 can appear on the left hand side also. That is also possible. Then what is not? What are allowed in C? Add an integer to pointer, that is allowed. Subtract an integer to pointer, that is allowed. Subtract one pointer from another, related pointing, that is allowed. If p1 and p2 are both pointers to the same variable, same array, then p2 minus p1 gives the number of elements between p1 and p2. This we'll see with the example. What are not allowed in C? Adding two pointers, p1 and p2 not okay. Now here star p1 and star p2, we are adding content, that is okay, that is allowed. But I cannot add p1 p2 because p1 has some address and p2 is memory address, and these addresses are very large number. Okay, and anyway addresses cannot be added, that is not allowed. I can add p1 plus 2 or something, that is allowed, but p1 plus p2 is not allowed. Multiply divide pointer in expression, that is also not allowed. I cannot divide a memory address pointer with 5, or I cannot multiply p2 10, that is not allowed. Scale factor, we have seen that an integer value can be added to or subtracted from a pointer, but what will happen when I add or delete or subtract? See this, there are two pointers, int p1 and p2. Int p1 and p2, integer I comma j, p1 equal to p1 plus 1, p2 equal to p1 plus j, p2 plus plus, p2 equal to p2 minus I plus j. We have seen two pointer variables, two normal variables. So I'll say p1 plus 1, that is okay. p2 equal to p1 plus j, but j should be assigned some value, p2 plus plus. In reality, it is not the integer value which is added, subtracted, but rather the scale factor times the value. Now, what is the scale factor? When I say character, 1 byte, integer 4 bytes, float 4 bytes, double 8 bytes. These are data types which will take this much value. When I say when a pointer p1, p2 are of type integer, if p1 is an integer pointer, then p1 plus plus, okay, p1 plus plus will add 4 bytes, not single. It is not if p1 is holding 100, and p1 plus plus will not become 101, it will become 104. If my memory address, it takes 4 bytes, so we'll increment value of p1 by 4, not by 1. If p1 is of type character pointer, it will increment by 1. If it is of double, it will increment by 8 bytes or 8 numbers. The exact scale factor may vary from one machine to another. This can be found out using size of function. Size of data type will print the size of that particular variable. We have seen this earlier. I think this is, we have 1:30. It's almost time of 1:33. I will stop it here. I have scheduled a extra lecture tomorrow at 11:30. Not 11:30, at 10 past 5. At 10:05 a.m. at the morning second lecture. After the first lecture, I have scheduled data structure lecture. As your Vidya Patil madam, she's having some personal problems. She's not taking any lecture tomorrow. So we will have second lecture at 10 past 5 as a data structure lecture tomorrow. And we'll discuss these things again, and we'll type some programs. Today there was some audio problem from my side, but still we could complete. Remember, we have completed 32 slides. There are almost 90 slides. We'll complete this whole chapter, and I will upload this PDF also on the Moodle. You can refer this. Am I audible? There are so many students who are leaving the meeting. Why it is so? Only 35 students are left. There are so many students who are left. What is the problem? Do you all know Pontes well? You don't want me to cover this one? Okay. So what I will do? Maybe tomorrow I will the last lecture where I will cover C, and the next lecture onwards, next week, we'll start with the first chapter of DS, and that I will skip past because there initially we have C data types and all. I'll do the we have already covered. We'll start with data structures. Okay, so tomorrow just remind me, we have covered around 32 slides. We'll cover the whole thing and we'll close this one. Okay, recording is in progress. Okay, stop sharing. Record is in progress. Okay, we'll close this here. We end the meeting here.